to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine rush fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTG 3, the show that takes flight.
Board wipes. Board wipes, board wipes, board wipes. You're running too many board wipes, people say. People tell me 10 board wipes in a deck is too much. I also hear 7 board wipes is too much. Then 6 board wipes is too much. So I'm assuming 12 board wipes is too much, right? 12 board wipes. Well, they might be wrong, right? Think about this. You're on a budget. Like, I'm on a budget. I don't get to buy Magic cards very often, right? And I don't get to buy a lot of Magic cards or expensive Magic cards when I do get to buy Magic cards, right? Right. You're that person who can't afford Magic cards all the time. I'm that person that can't afford Magic cards all the time. Budget. Most board wipes cost $2 to $5. Some big powerful cards in Magic the Gathering and Commander cost between $20, $40, $60 plus dollars. That's a lot of money for some single cards. Board wipes do not cost that much. In general, there are a few exceptions, like Damnation. Costs like $20-ish, varying where you get it. Some board wipes cost like $7, $5, $2. People go crazy over board wipes because what? Are they unfair? No, they're not unfair. If they were unfair, Magic would have stalled on printing them. Are they broken? No, a simple thing as indestructible or counterspells can get through most board wipes. Teferi's Protection is a card that literally saves a player from a massive board wipe, such as Farewell. Farewell's the most annoying board wipe there is, and it's like a $5 to $7 card. What can I say? Board wipes are here to stay. The question is, when does this amount of board wipes you have push your deck from a bracket 3 to a bracket 4? That's a hard question to answer, because you can have a lot of board wipes in a deck that's janky, or you can have a lot of board wipes in a deck that's competitive. A lot of people I talk to call me the king of board wipes, because I run like 7 to 10 board wipes per deck, per usual, with the caveat, I do have a couple decks that don't run so many board wipes. Like, I have one deck in my collection that runs 2 board wipes in the deck. And that's because the theme of the deck is more aggro than the board wipes. And that's pretty good. Like, you can check my videos on Rafika the Mini, or check my deck, Rafika the Mini. It is a bracket 3 deck that acts like a bracket 4 deck. There are so many ways you can build a Magic deck in today's world, and the bracket system is new, right? What have we got in the bracket system that's not new? You know, you can't really answer that. The bracket system has this thing called the Game Changers, where they tell you a list of these cards that are powerful enough to change a game, and they keep adding to it. And right now they're not adding to it for another year-ish amount of time. But the bracket system doesn't tell you how many board wipes is a bracket 4 deck, or how many board wipes is a bracket 3 deck, or how many board wipes make a bracket 2 deck. It doesn't exist. And people get annoyed when you play a card like Obliterate. Obliterate, 8 mana, destroy all creatures, artifacts, and lands. Now, understand, land destruction is frowned upon in Commander, but you know what? It's not banned in Commander. It's not illegal in Commander to destroy lands. But there is a bracket system to how many LD spells in a deck make it a bracket 4 deck or a bracket 3 deck. In one of my decks, my dragon deck, I have a dragon that loves to destroy lands, and it's a bracket 3 deck. And trust me, I just tried pushing it to bracket 4 with the cards I had, and it's still bracket 3. With that 1 LD dragon. That would be Numat, the Devastator. If you don't know what that is. And people go nuts when they hear about how many board wipes are in your deck, or they're like, it's annoying how many board wipes are in a deck. But there's no rules or limitations to how many board wipes you can have in a deck. But board wipes are essential to Magic the Gathering. Your group of 4 people in Commander, and all your opponents are just overwhelming you with the amount of creatures on board. Maybe one of those creatures are indestructible. The rest are like $20 rare cards, because that's how it goes sometimes. And all you have is a $5 board wipe. And that board wipe can save you from taking damage from any of those players. You're going to cast that board wipe, You're going to cast that board wipe to limit the battlefield. Now, I'm not the kind of player who's just going to cast board wipe after board wipe just to keep a clean field of 1 or 2 creatures at the battlefield. I'm going to assess the threat assessment and go with that. I'll hold on to a board wipe until I need it. Because what if I'm in the lead with creatures, right? And I don't want to run a board wipe because I'm doing good. They're in my hand. How many board wipes is too many? In my dragon deck, I run 10, maybe 11 board wipes in that deck. And that's just so I can draw into them. And all my removal in this deck, I have like 7 removal spells, and they each target anything that isn't a land, right? I run all the spells at exile, so I want to be able to get through indestructible. I run all the spells at exile a permanent, a non-land permanent in most cases. And if you didn't know, I thought this was a fun fact, Generous Gift can target a land. Let that sink in, right? People play Generous Gift all the time, and they don't think, oh, this can target a land. Generous Gift can destroy land. Because it says destroy target permanent, its controller creates a 3/3 elephant. I bring that up because is that a game changer? Is that considered LD? Is it going to be used for LD? However you use a card depends on what you do. Board wipes are essential to the game of Magic the Gathering, and here's why. You live in a world where money is being spent like water, right? People drink it, they spend it, they use it. They drink water a lot. There's people that drink a lot of water. That's what people are doing with money. They're spending it, spending it, spending it. Some people just go crazy and like, I need that $40 card, that $40 creature, right? That $40 creature, makes X amount of tokens, destroys this one thing, or has a powerful effect, but is not indestructible. That creature is not indestructible, right? That creature probably has hexproof or ward 4, but it's not indestructible. A board wipe can take care of that, right? In a world where you face up against non-budget decks, like my decks are mainly budget, and some of them are a little more than budget because most of the time it's because cards went up in value and I just happen to have them. But like in a world of budget decks where people are spending thousands of dollars on their commander decks, and you only got like $200-300 to spend on your decks, you're going to build that deck the most optimal way you can. And the best way to do that is to have a little bit of reanimation, a little bit of draw, some ramp, and board wipes on top of removal. Right? Removal's good, but some removal spells cost some serious money. Some don't. Most board wipes do not cost serious money. Look at Life Begets Death, an 8 mana board wipe that destroys all creatures and all enchantments and draws you a card for each permanent destroyed this way. That card is only $2. I just bought one the week ago. It's $2. And people don't understand how powerful it is. What is one of the most annoying things in Commander? Enchantments. Rhystic Study, Smothering Tithe, right? They're enchantments. They're not previous to being destroyed. They can be targeted. They can be destroyed with life begets death. And you know what? It's worth playing, I should say, because I run it in my Dragons deck, my 5-color Dragons deck. And it answers a lot of things. And board wipes in general do answer a lot of things. You know what's not expensive? Just pick any card. I think there's a card called Patricia's Ward. Destroys all enchantments. Uncommon card. Destroys all enchantments. And you know how many people play it? Not many people. That's budget. And it board wipes enchantments. You could be running that card. You can run cards like it all day long and destroy the enchantments on the table. The point of Magic the Gathering is not to see how fair everybody plays. The point of Magic the Gathering is to play the most optimal game your deck will allow. Right? Your deck will allow you to play so much, do so much. And drawing cards is not always easy in Magic. Now, there's tons of ways to draw cards in Magic the Gathering. But you don't always draw those cards that help you draw cards. Like Phyrexian Arena, one of my favorite cards of all time. It doesn't guarantee my draws. It can draw me an extra card for life. An expensive card I like to play that draws cards or fixes the top of my card in my deck is Sylvan Library. Sylvan Library helps me sort out my deck, right? Sensei's Divining Top, expensive card. Again, helps you fix the top card of your deck, but doesn't guarantee your draws, right? You can't guarantee draw. You can't guarantee what you're going to get when you draw because the deck's randomized. So you're like the game of Magic, you're always pushing in your commander decks to get the most optimal, most fixed, most controlled situation of a game. One of the things you work hard on building your deck around is having an optimal controlled game where you can get what you can get with what you have. That's why tutors are expensive, why tutors are game changers. Not only do they get you the card you need or want at that time, they get it directly for you. It's a form of being able to control your deck. And people do it all, and people do this all the time. They run tutors and whatnot. And when you're running a budget deck, you know, someone goes to their tutors their deck for some crazy big creature, like a demon or a green creature that's huge, or an Eldrazi, and you don't have a counterspell or the spell can't be countered itself, you're stuck with it hitting the board. You're stuck with that creature hitting the board, right? If it has hexproof, you can't touch it. If it has ward 4, it's hard to deal with. You know, board wipes negate the issue of needing to target a creature, target a problem. Board wipes are good. Board wipes are in the game for good, just like land destruction is. Right? Land destruction is the most annoying thing ever. Locking a person out from being able to play lands or have lands is annoying. That's completely legal in Commander, everybody. We just choose not to play it. Just like board wipes. People choose not to run more than 5 board wipes in a deck. I choose to play as many as my deck needs me to have to allow a game to have a chance to win. And I do that a lot. And don't get me wrong, I'm not bad at strategy. I just don't have the funds to build the most optimized deck out there. For example, I just had to tear apart 2 different decks to build one deck to make that deck as optimal and optimized as possible. So, think about this. How many board wipes should you run? What's your budget? Right? If you're a lower budget, run as many as you want. If you're a higher budget, don't. There's no rules on how many board wipes you can run, just like how many counter spells can be ran in a blue deck. And you're thinking, well, counter spells are annoying. Well, counter spells are annoying, but blue deck barely deals with removal, right? It has Pongify, it has a couple auras that just close down a creature. But most of the time, it has stuff that weakens a creature, but counter spells, which are everywhere In a budget deck, a counterspell can turn a game. Counterspells can stop a game. Counterspells can control a game. And it's completely legal in Magic the Gathering Commander. So you can run like 12, 13 plus counterspells if you so choose to. And I've played a couple decks like that. I know a player in specifically who plays a massive control deck that's nothing but counterspells removal. And you expect me to complain about that? Do you want me to say no? It's fair magic. Fair magic is fair magic, if you like it or not. Even LD, if you like it or not, it's fair magic. Even if you choose to scoop that player playing the deck as dirty as possible, like LD, board wipes and everything, they're playing legal, fair magic, even if it feels or is unfair to your board state. So how many board wipes should you run? Run as many as you want. Run as many as you want. And please do not take this as a troll. I'm not trolling you. Play within your budget. If you're running a low budget deck, play all the counter spells, the removal, and board wipes you can get on a budget. Now, here's a weird example. There's a secret lair out right now for a $200 deck from Wizard of the Coast. $200 for product. The deck itself is about worth $160 for all the singles in it, except it has the special art, all the foils like it is, whatever. $200 deck. Most players in a game of Magic spend more money on their deck than that secret lair. The average cost of a commander deck is over $300. The most expensive commander decks cost over $1,000, and your medium range is between $300 to $600 a deck. What I'm saying is, if you're a $200 deck going against a $600 deck, don't be weary about the board wipes and removal you run. Run as much as you want. You should run those board wipes. Because when they play spells, those $600 plus decks play spells you can't deal with, but a board wipe can, you have the upper hand in that board wipe situation. Let them play a $40 card that gets targeted by removal, that gets destroyed by a board wipe, or gets countered by a counterspell. Do what you need with what you got. Do what you got with what you can. Board wipes are cheap. And that's this story, right? That's the point of this video. And with that, I want to thank you, my channel members, for supporting the channel the way you do. People who are subscribed. All my subscribers, you're beautiful people. I love you so much. You make this world rock on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed today's topic. I hope you enjoyed the thought process of what I just gave you. But with that, my friends, I'll remind you that you're loved. Someone's thinking about you. And if you can, brighten someone's day a little bit more. Because you might be the change someone needs today. And we are done with this video. Have a good one. Good night.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good